He's late.
He's late. Scarcely.
Scarcely late at all.
But late.
Now, is this fractional lateness merely the first instalment of considerable lateness, or is it
Purely fractional.
fractional lateness, which will lose any significance the moment he...
Still fractional.
Not so fractional now.
The dilemma for a man of his extraordinary stature is this. Surely this. That lateness, whilst it may serve to demonstrate disdain for all those petty and conventional, narrow and restrictive disciplines to which so many of us are still subject, might not also indicate.
Oh!
Am I not an ecstasy of,
A delirium of...
a convulsion of perfection which...
Hair out of place! Not really. Not really.
Go away! Out!
Servants, oh, they have no humour. But how can they have what humour is compatible with service?
This is quite late now.
And I am not ashamed to say that I attach as much importance to the expression of sincerity as I attach to sincerity itself.
Is that not profoundly archaic?
Who cares if it's archaic? Most of me is archaic. I am a fragment of a dying class whose archaism is,
And possibly always was,
the source of its fascination.
I'm talking about manners.
Of which he is in dire need, it seems.
Oh, and he has telephones. Not one, not half a dozen, but entire switchboards. Yes. Room on room, the wires, the plugs, the sockets.
But I dislike the telephones. I always have, and he...
How thoughtful and considerate he, that coarse and beautiful belle he possibly intuits. I would not welcome even an apology delivered by such means. The violation of placid and fragrant domesticity. No. His failure to explain his lateness is evidence of fine feeling fine. At least regarding telephones.
Remove the tea tray!
I'm not furious. Why should I be? The world's peculiar, not me.
The world is this demeaning spectacle. Not me.
Don't remove it. Removing it endows the whole occasion with significance, as if I could not bear the sight of it before me. No, let it gather dust. Someone will remove it at some point, perhaps tomorrow, or the cat will knock it off.
Oh dear, I'll say sugar, oh dear, milk on all the furniture. How long has that tray been left there, abandoned like a tennis court in winter, the pretext having been erased from memory? He gathers dews.
The dress? Oh, that dress, yes. Possibly of all the gowns it is the most extravagant.
Don't conceal it from myself. I choose this too.
Overwhelm.
And I am perfectly aware men do not care for the extremes of female fashion. Oh yes, perfectly aware. It wounds them in some kind of way. Except for homosexuals.
They like it.
They really do.
Extravagance. Oh.
Excess.
Oh.
Oh.
How vulgar.
How discerning.
Both simultaneous.
Oh, homosexuals. The air he walked through was not still, but shook with contrary winds, small winds, gusting winds, which plucked his tunic or pressed his trousers flat against his hips. And through these winds sailed bands, sailed hoops of tungsten razor sharp, bowling and bouncing, sometimes colliding, any one of which could slice a man in half, behead, lop trim, and singing. Always singing. It's acquired a certain beauty, so he said.
And what was the horizon? For want of a better word, the horizon rose and fell in constant motion. Fountains, geysers, boiling, plunging, liquid, volatile, all seen through tidal heat and rolling clouds of toxins, livid bile and copper green, and this acquired a certain beauty, so he said.
He walked, walked, walked. He did not run. And where he encountered obstacles, he lifted his leg, placing the sole of his foot firmly into the ground, neither stooping nor attempting to present his narrow profile, the front of his shirt, unbuttoned and wearing a soft cap, not a helmet. In one hand a cane, and in the other nothing, nothing, nothing in the other hand.
Which surely he clenched as a fist.
Or not. Not even this, but let hang loosely, fingers idly vertical, as if in summer streets he saw a green tin table, and passing trams dreamed a coffee, dreamed a cigarette. Certainly he held his hand like this. Certainly I imagine, and certainly the dead. Take this tree away! I call these orders. No one comes. It is as if she can detect, so subtly is her character tuned to mine. It is only chagrin that is indicated pique, and all that is infantile in her beloved mistress, and much, much is infantile in me. I confess, I would not wish it otherwise. Have you met the adult? Have you spent time with the thoroughly mature?
Oh. Their oceanic wisdom suffocates your soul.
The dead acquired a certain beauty, so he said, not with their agonised expressions, twisted limbs, eviscerations, a certain beauty, so he said.
That's him! Here's the bell!
Late.
And that sort of lateness, which the very worst of all, which spoils the carefully constructed compensations of an unexpected solitude.
Let him stand there. Let him, if it is him, suffer.
I am whilst thoroughly prepared, now not prepared at all.
How refined. Oh, how refined. If not in manners, in those oscillations of social which can wreck your nerves. Perfect timing if you want to topple someone's guard.
There he is again.
Don't go. Don't go. The slightest who but me would register the slightest irritation in the pulling of the rope.
He is fatigued. He, if it is him, possibly perspires at the prospect of the door not ever being open now. His lateness being fractionally, for all its calibration, fractionally excessive, and far from playing with my nerves has caused profound and inextinguishable offence.
Manipulation? I know manipulation. It's an art.
Now that is a temper!
That That is trade.
Coal, coke, butchery.
Why don't you go?
I didn't hear a van. I didn't hear a lorry, but by the same token, nor did I hear a car.
It is not him. It is a lout. Unless he is so fictional, so utterly the product of his own Byzantine, he has chosen to cloak his own sensibility in it.
That is no way to treat a belle.
Why don't you go? Why don't you stop him?
Say the belle will. Say the belle is only...
No.
Say we'll pay.
The Jews exhaust him, probably. At the end of the day, he flings himself down on a bed, a simple bed, nothing more than a cot, or is it a canvas with a blanket, flat, no pillow, and sleeps, such sleeps, but not of great duration, brief and deep, such as he slept under bombardment in a hole in water, even cold water, rain, hunger notwithstanding, and wakes restored to.
I'll write to him. I will. I can. The quality of aristocracy is this, that whereas all other classes are inhabited by stifling conventions which we choose to call morality, we make law of our appetites. Murder, for example. Take the Hohenzollerns. Did you ever see a worse? The Esterhazys, their portraits say it all. Those English, what are they? The Tudors and the Sforzas. Why shouldn't I send a note? Sarcastic, obviously, in my sloping hand, as if I was so full of sodden and disdain, I smudged and spotted it. Yes. I know how to wound.
The patience of the Jews, I marvel.
You see? He has not gone away.
I dislike this. This has acquired the character of, there is no other word for it, a contest.
I don't mind. Oh, I can. Yes, it doesn't disconcert my, not at all. I'm not averse to these. What are they? Certainly not games, but not seductions either.
It's a wire. The wire runs through a dozen loops. She only has to. Disconnect, I said! It's a wire. It's a wire runs through a dozen loops. She only has to. It's a wire. She only has to. She only has to. She only has to. She only has to.